Hello Exiles, today I want to talk with you about Delirium and Simulacrum. For me, Delirium is terrible, and I'll explain why, mainly for two factors. First is total imbalance when compared with the other mechanics, and I'm not alone. And second, this is one of the things that concern me the most, is the performance. Every time I'm starting praying to my PC, the fans start working like hell, and sometimes I feel like my PC will burn. Honest, the difference is huge. Considering the unbalance between the mechanics, you can notice that Delirium is much harder. Every time I go for a map and I have Delirium, I already know I have to be extra careful. The Simulacrum, I already faced the tier 2 bosses, but the tier 3 so far I cannot do it. I defeat all the Pinnacle boss tier 3, not a problem. The only one is missing in the Citadel because I just found 2 Citadels so far, but the Simulacrum is much harder. I'm not saying they should nerf it, but at least they should balance. Now let's hear the feedback from Raxx regarding Delirium and Simulacrum.
Here's something I want to be very, very careful about my feedback, because people often misinterpret my words, or maybe I speak incorrectly, or a little bit of both. So let me say what this feedback is not. I am not telling you to nerf Simulacrum. That's not what I'm saying. A lot of people like how difficult Simulacrum is because it gives you like a really tough thing to try to conquer. Simulacrum 3, in my opinion, is probably the hardest content in Path of Exile 2. It's probably harder than Uber Arbiter, right? So my feedback to you, and do with it what you will, is that Simulacrum is way more difficult for almost every build than its counterparts. For example, in hardcore solo self-found this year, I easily beat Zesht 3, which is the final breach boss. I easily beat King of the Mist 3. No problem. But Simulacrum 1, I beat it. It was a little rough, but I beat it. And Simulacrum 2, I beat it barely. Like, I had like 10% health left in hardcore. And I didn't even get to try Simulacrum 3 before I got one-shotted by Doriani's ass laser. So my feedback is not for you to nerf Simulacrum. My feedback is, if your intention is to try to line up the difficulties, if Simulacrum 1 is supposed to be about as hard as Zesht 1, as hard as King of the Mist 1, it's not. It's way, way more difficult. That's the feedback. If you want to bring the other mechanics up, or if you want to bring Simulacrum down, or whatever it is you want to do, that's the only feedback I'm providing you. I'm not telling you whether to nerf or whether to buff something. This, I think, is I would consider this a big problem. And this is something that Fobgun asked me to put in here, and I completely agree with him. When you apply Delirium, so we'll get to this later about juicing maps, but when you apply Delirium, it puts that gray haze over the entire map, and it also, I think, plays that carnival music, which, I mean, it's Delirium, right? It's supposed to make you go crazy. Boy, mission accomplished, because it drives me insane. And you say, well, Raxx, quit being a dumbass and just turn off the music. Yes, that is an option for a lot of people. I can't do that because I'm streaming to YouTube, and YouTube copyrights all of the regular music that I play. So if I don't turn on Path of Exile, then they have nothing to listen to. First world problems, streamer problems, I get it. We don't make decisions off of that. But I can't turn off the music, and it drives me insane. So Delirium is supposed to be like a real endgame mechanic for your maps, for your really, really hardcore dedicated players. And they always have to have that gray fog. This is a good way for me to sell it to Jonathan. I see him in the talks, in the podcast all the time. Jonathan is so proud of and loves the artwork of the game. He doesn't want to do any, he doesn't like quad tabs, because quad tabs minimize the beautiful artwork that they put on icons. That's how much he loves the artwork. Great. I love the passion. Well, the Delirium fog making the whole game grayscale is interfering with that artwork. And we just hate it. Please, for the permanent Delirium, at least, that you apply to maps, please do something about it's all. I don't want like every endgame character that I play to be doomed to purgatory in PoE2 that's always running this grayscale maps with the carnival music playing. It makes me not even want to use the mechanic.
The Raxx opinion and mine are not so different. I showed the Raxx opinion because he's a very respectful streamer. I really like Raxx. Raxx is an amazing guy and I like his opinion and feedbacks. I think Path of Exile 2 should take care of the Delirium, and Simulacrum should need balance all the inside mechanics and mainly the performance. And I noticed the performance issues not only in PC and consoles. Sometimes consoles are much worse than on PC. Please let me know your experience regarding the Delirium and Simulacrum, if you have the same concerns regarding the performance, and if you notice also the unbalance when you compare with the ritual and all other mechanics inside of Path of Exile 2. Okay, Exiles, take care and see you in the next video.
Fresh meat.